Hello, guys. Welcome back or welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kate Mbote, and I'm your favorite young life coach. If you haven't subscribed, kindly don't forget to subscribe. And today, I want us to talk about the power of not reacting. Have you found yourself in an instant whereby someone is trying to provoke you, someone is trying to get under your skin, and you've been feeling you have this kind of negative vibe, negative energy, negative action whereby you react immediately. And most of the time, you're going to find out if you're reacting immediately or you're reacting at the instant someone does something to you. You kind of get to regret your actions later. And you've been thinking, which are some of the ways I can do, or some of the things I can do to cool down myself and, take time and to know when to react and how to react. And sometimes even don't react at all. And these are the powerful ways that you can use, not to react. Powerful ways you can use to control your emotions. One of these is identify your triggers. Is it people? Is it places? Is it what someone does? Is it what something, when you see something, it provokes you? Have you noted that you have certain kind of triggers that whereby if someone does this or if a certain person talks to you, you get angry very easily? When you are able to identify that, that's the most important step to controlling your reactions or controlling your emotions, because when you are able to identify your triggers, then you'll know how to control them. The second thing is taking deep breath. Like I said, most of the time when you react immediately, you kind of regret later about what you've done. And this comes in with taking 2 to 3, deep breath and thinking of what you're going to say next or how you're going to react. Most of the time, you're going to know that you cannot control what people say, you cannot control what people do, but you can control how you say things, how you react, or how you act yourself. And that's upon you to know how to control it. And the third thing is, do not bottle up your emotions. There's something called regulating and repression. Repression is ignoring that you have that kind of emotion and, kufunika and, throwing it away, and you act like you don't care or you don't feel the way you are feeling. But there is something you call regulation. Regulation is identifying that you're actually getting angry, you're actually provoked by something, you're actually feeling sad, and you decide that, I'm going to write it down or I'm going to communicate and talk, about it, about how I'm feeling, but you cannot repress your emotions. What happens in the repression is you come out busting at a person at some point. The fourth thing is, do not raise your voice. Every time you raise your voice, when you're feeling a type of way or when you're overwhelmed by your emotions, is you get agitated, you get more overwhelmed by how you're feeling. And most of the time, there comes a power of being calm, and you're going to make the other person feel that you're respecting them, you're addressing your issues in a calm way, and mostly you have a likelihood of influencing them because you giving out what you think in a calm way. That means you can easily influence them rather than shouting. Most of the time when you shout, that person may feel, not listened to, may feel that you're trying to be defensive. And another point is, which is the fifth one, is try to use I and not you. If you're in a certain argument and you tell this person, you're the reason why I'm mad, you're the reason why I'm feeling dizzy, you're the reason why I'm hurt, but you can actually say, I'm feeling hurt because of this and that. I'm feeling hurt by what you said. I'm feeling hurt by what you did. I feel angry at this time, and I would like for us to address that issue later, because I don't feel like I'm in the right sense or mood to talk about it. That comes with some kind of a power whereby somebody is going to actually identify that you're feeling some type of a way. But every time you throw something at someone and you tell them, you know, you're the one who's shouting, that's why I'm shouting at you, they're going to try and be defensive. And you don't want that. You want a clear communication. You want a cool communication. You don't want to react by how you're feeling. That means try to use the I and not you as much as possible. The last thing I'm going to talk about is take time out. Taking your time out is don't react, don't talk, don't say anything. If you feel like you're too angry, if you feel like you're too depressed, if you feel like you're too sad, take your time. You don't have to say anything at that time. You don't have to act. You don't have to do anything at that time. Go clear your head. Think about what you want to say. Think about what you want to react. Think about what you would love to say. Think about what you would do to make the situation better. Every time we react by how we are feeling, we make situation worse. But anytime you take some time out and think about what you're going to say, at most of the time you'll have cooled down and you've thought about it clearly, and you know, this is what I want, this is what I want to say, and this is what I want to do. And the last thing, the last part is empathy. Have you ever thought that sometime every time someone try to tell you something and you try to justify yourself or try to be defensive, they feel unheard, they feel they're not being listened to? And have you thought that maybe sometime this person is having a bad day, this person is feeling some type of a way, and instead of saying something, instead of reacting, you sympathize with that person? One, that person is going to cool down, that person is going to, you know, feel listened and heard. And most of the time, try putting yourself in their shoes. And most of the time, when we don't empathize, when we don't listen, we miss the point of how that person is feeling. When we try to be defensive all the time, then we miss the point of how that person is feeling. You know, comfort them, tell them it's okay for you to feel angry. I know maybe I did something wrong, this and that, and kindly let us talk about it. The empathy which comes with it. The empathy makes someone feel listened to. The power of not reacting, the power of not reacting in a negative way. So from today, don't forget that. Ensure that if you have to react, you react in a positive way. And sometimes take your time out. You don't have to react at that time. And sometimes just listen. It's good to listen and you don't have to react. Try as much as possible not to let people provoke you, because most of the time when people provoke you, they get to control your emotions. Some people have fun in, you know, provoking you. Some people feel good in having to provoke other people emotions. It's your girl Kate Mbote. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share and comment.